All right, everyone, welcome back once again. In this lesson, we are going to be talking about the basic structure of an HTML document. So, before we start creating web pages, we need to understand this basic structure of an HTML document because every HTML document follows a basic structure that helps the browser understand how the web page is organized and how to display what the content of the web page to users. Okay. Now, before we proceed, let me just create a folder here. All right, and open with code. If you not see the option in your own, just come to here, click on it, click on File, click on Open Folder, then locate where the folder is. Okay, then click on Select Folder. All right, so I'm going to be creating my file here, my HTML file here, and I'm going to be naming it index. Okay, it can be any name of your choice, but after naming it, remember to add .html, the file extension. Okay, all right. So I'm going to be doing this. Shift 1 is a shortcut. Then you click on it to give you what code if you are using Visual Studio Code. All right. So what you see on my screen here is the basic structure of an HTML document, and we are going to be seeing each of these code one after the other. We are going to be talking on each of these line of code one after the other. All right, so the first line of code here, all right, doc type HTML. This is what the document type declaration, and it tells the browser to give us what that, or it tells the browser that we are what currently using what the latest version of what HTML, or it should load the web page with the latest version of what HTML. Okay, so simple and short is what document type declaration, and it tells the browser that we are what using HTML5, which is the current version of HTML. Okay, now the next line of code we have here is known as the HTML root element. All right, and it contains all other elements in the document, including the head and the body. Okay, let me move this a little bit. All right, so you can see it contains what the head and what the body. Now this is what an attribute, lang equal to en. All right, and this is just used to set the language to to English. All right, very simple and very short. Okay, now the next, and don't forget, this is the opening HTML tag, and this is what the closing HTML tag. Okay, and every other body head, body body, they are what all inside. Now the next code we have here is what the next line here is what the head. Right, so this is the head opening tag, this is what the head closing tag, and this is what the head element. All right, so the head contains information about the web page that is generally not being displayed as the main content of the page. All right, and it can contain elements such as the meta tags, like as you can see here, it can contain elements such as meta, such as title. You can see title here. All right, it can still contain other elements, link, style, script. All right, and so on. Okay, so simple and short, just know that the head contains what information about the web page that users cannot see. Okay, then we have this line of code here, meta chasset UTF-8. All right, and what this line of code does is that it specifies the character encoding of our web page. It specifies the character encoding of our web page. All right, and the UTF-8 you see there allows the browser to correctly display a wide range of what characters, symbols, and what languages. So having this line of code is going to make your browser to be able to to display symbols, to display characters, even including emojis and all of that. All right. Though recently now, without it also, browsers still what add it. All right. Browsers what they still add it. So if you not still put it, if you use some modern browsers, they still add it. All right. Okay. So the more you proceed, the more you be understanding the meta tags more and what more. Okay. Now the next line of code we have here, the next line of code we have here is used to what to help. It is used to help our web page to what to be displayed what properly on different screen sizes, especially what mobile devices. All right. When you get to CSS, you are going to be seeing how this viewport works with the DOM to make your web page to what to be responsive. Okay. Now the next line of code we have here, the title element. This is used to set the title of the web page. It is used to set the title of the what web page, and it is normally the title is normally being displayed in the browser tab. Okay, so if I should run this, you are going to be seeing document in the browser tab because this is what currently our title. All right, now you can see document here. You can see document here. So if you want to change the title of the web page, just come here to what to change it. Okay, just come here to change it. Let me say my first web page. Okay, now you can see it here, my first web page. All right, then the next line here, this is the closing tag of the head element. Remember, this is the opening tag of the head element, and this is the closing tag of the head what element. All right, then what we have next is what the body element. What we have here is the body. Okay, now the body contains the main content of our web page that users can see and what interact with. All right, and it can include headings, it can include paragraphs, it can include images, links, videos, just any content you want the user to see. They are going to be what placed inside what the body. Okay, now you can see our web page here. Now let's say I want the users to see let's say welcome to HTML. Okay, so I'm going to place that content inside this body. So let's type welcome to HTML. Now you can see it here. Welcome to what to HTML. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit. You can see welcome to what to HTML. So the content you want the users to see is going to be inside the body. All right, then information about the web page is going to be what in the head section. Right, now remember, this is what the closing tag of the head element, and this is what the closing tag of the what HTML elements. This is the opening tag of the HTML elements, and this is the closing tag of the HTML element. Remember how it's been structured: the declaration to specify the current version of what HTML, the HTML root element, the opening tag, the closing tag, the head opening tag, the head closing tag, the meta tags, title. After the head closing tag, then the body opening tag, then the body closing tag, then inside the body any content you want to show your users. And don't forget, HTML makes use of what tags. All right, so like this one now, if I say I want to make it to be bold, I can use the B tag. All right, the B tag is going to make it to be what to be bold. Okay, now you see that is what it is now, what bold. Okay, if you want to make it to be underlined, the U tag is used for that. All right, so in our next class, we are going to be seeing different what tags. Right, we are going to be seeing some basic HTML tags and how they what the functions, what they do, and how we can use them. All right.